Freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama, prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming.
Only chance Kenyans have to change this country because we are
Wajackoya the fifth. Very nice.
Underestimating the power of the unknown. My God who works with me knows the answers, and I'm the next president of this country.
always done what I've promised. For the last 62 years I've lived in this world. Whenever I promise you something, I'll do.
Youth washaamua kuwa Wajackoya the fifth. Mimi nishaamua Wajackoya the fifth, okay? 2022, this feature will be
Parents feel like you're derailing their children with your weed agenda.
Yes, parents should understand two things. I gave you a bottle of wine when you came in.
Yes.
I don't drink.
Okay.
I have a whole set of bar here with very assorted wines and what have you, which are worth millions.
Yeah.
When they come, my clients come in, they drink. I don't drink.
Okay.
So I'm advocating for what is real. If you go to a place and you see something of market value that you can benefit from, why not?
So parents feel like you're derailing their children with your weed agenda.
Yes, parents should understand two things. I'm not talking of cannabis. Ile kuvuta. I'm talking of what has made those cameras. Hizi manguo tumevaa.
Okay.
Ile ambayo itatengeneza nguo. Ile ambayo hata Wakatoliki wanatumia huko Rome.
Okay.
Ya ile zile incense.
Okay.
Ile hata hizo mashuka zile unaonanga kwa mapadri, mesa mapadri. Those ones in the Catholic missions, they are made out of hemp.
Okay.
I'm talking of hemp.
So si bangia.
Hapana. Hiyo hapana. No. Ile ya kuvuta ile nitavuta State House ni ile ya kutoa detox. Najua nitatoa wale jamaa ambao I'll give them an amnesty and come and detox them from State House by giving them ile ya kudetox.
Okay.
Purification.
But you know that weed is illegal. So if you decide that the day you're being sworn in, you're smoking weed, that means the first day in office you're already breaking a law.
Let me tell you this. Whose law am I breaking? I've been given the mandate by 47 million Kenyans. The constitution we have is not the constitution. The constitution we have is in the preamble. We the people.
Okay.
When Raila was being sworn in, and now I can go into that and lecture for 20 days because that's my job. We the people. The people have decided. They have elected me. Watch hizi articles of the constitution. When the constitution is not written that weed is illegal, where is it written?
Okay.
It's the regulations, which supersedes the other one. The constitution, the people's will, that's the preamble, the constitution, then legislation, then courts pronouncements, then legislation. There is that hierarchy. So people are saying at all, he will break the law. Whose law am I going to break? Things like Nakada will kick them out of the basket.
Kula kitu na kufuata huko.
Hiyo tumnyama hiyo.
Zinakupenda, unajua ni mtu wa kutingiza miti.
Ndio iko.
Okay. Okay. Iko fiti. Do you believe that the reason why you're 63 and you're very unachangamuka, unakatika reggae, kampeni unapiga hujachoka is because you're a vegetarian na kuoga na maji baridi asubuhi?
And I'm also a musician.
Wewe ni msanii?
Yeah, man.
Unaimba?
Mimi naimba, so ufungue video YouTube uone my band. When I was singing in Nigeria before the president.
Hebu tupe akapela kidogo.
Ngoja kidogo.
Tufanyie ile kitu.
I'm also a dancer. That's why I represent celebrity musicians. Like Kofi Olomide. You're sitting here. When I won his case.
Okay.
I also have clients who are in Hollywood. The media industry. Film industry. Alafu mtu anakuja kuniambia hapa tu atanataka kupewa tu pesa. Bwana. Ukiona ile watu wasome bwana. And some of those gay MPs who are mentioning me, some of them I'm told are lawyers who failed exams.
Mtu aliwafanyia homework.
Mtu aliwafanyia huko Mount Kenya, alifanyia Mount Kenya. Wapi hiyo kitu ya YouTube hapo?
Unajua tuko na kitu inaitwa MCSK. That inatesa sana wasanii. Kuna Kekobo, kuna Priest. We have a couple of CMOs that are been mandated to try and help artists, performing artists, musicians and the likes. Do you know any information about that? Is there anything you're going to change?
Well, I've left that part to my deputy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'll have a sit down with her as well.
Yeah.
We'll be able to talk about that. Upati ngoma?
Ziko tu.
Tupia kapela.
Ngoja tu. So ngoje kidogo. Wajackoya in Lagos. And in fact, I'm going to scrap all those tenders.
Okay.
We shall start afresh. then we shall ask multinational corporations to do tendering, open tendering systems. Because this one, when you go to a restaurant, like there is one in New Stanley.
Okay.
Is it a Thai restaurant?
Okay.
Yeah. If you look at the prices,
ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know about the prices, but if the prices are good,
Mr. Wako kuna perfect prices.
Good.
Okay. Sa hujapata kangoma loketo.
Nitakupatia.
Okay, sawa. You have this agenda that you want to kick away the Chinese. Do you believe that's the best point of action, considering they are very instrumental in creation and in business as well in Kenya? They've done a couple of good things. They've also failed, or they've fallen short of a couple of things as well. Do you believe that kicking them out is the solution, or rather we can find a way to infuse them with the Kenyan entrepreneurs and creators and find a way to regulate? Now that don't find that, now they're taking over everything. Now we're just basically another Republic of China. If you look at Kenya with the way things are happening, do you believe that kicking them out is the best point of action?
Where the Chinese have been, ni kama kuna mnyama ingine huko kwetu ikikuuma unaoza tu. Ikikuuma inauma tu kidogo unaoza unakufa. Sio nyoka, ni deadly kushinda hata hiyo poison yake tutaangalia. Wherever Chinese people have been, imeoza. Ukienda Sri Lanka, is in a crisis because they took over the Sri Lanka port. If you go to Zambia, it's in crisis now. Zambia is becoming bankrupt because they took over collateral, Lusaka International Airport. If you go to Mozambique, they have taken over Beira. Mozambique is in debt crisis right now. If you come to Uganda here, across our neighbors here, Uganda is in a crisis. They are taking over Entebbe. That's why Museveni ran to Israel and asked them for emergency aid. The Israeli told him, no, don't be stupid. Grow weed. If you accept us to grow weed, within 1 year you'll pay off the debt. And that's why Uganda legalized weed. That's why they're growing hemp, which is manned by Israeli army. Whether that's madness, I don't know. I think Kenyan pastors should go there and find out why even the Bishop of Malawi, the bishop who is a head of state, a president, where Malawi, and I'm coming to you, I'm just giving you the background, where Malawi was almost becoming bankrupt. When this guy took over, he uprooted all the tobacco plants and they are growing marijuana because of the Chinese. In this country, we don't know what collateral they have, but rumors has it that they have taken over Mombasa port, they have taken over Lamu port, they have taken over Kisumu port, and they have given us some shit known as dry port. Since when did you see a port being dry without water? The Chinese have come into Kenya and created now a port which is dry. And then they have built some chuma from Mombasa to that port. A kachuma which is in trillions, which has made the following to happen. Kenyan businessmen who are transporters of goods, who had taken loans and given collaterals from Mombasa to the interior of Africa, who had employed 500,000 Kenyans, transporters, loaders, and turnboys, lost their jobs because cargo handling now is given to the so-called Chinese company to monopolize that railway. Now, look at the roads they are building in this country. Very substandard. Why are they building those roads? We don't know. Thika Highway has killed more people than rainfall, thunder from hell. Because if you look at the freeways and the sideway roads, if you look at the intersections, ukienda pale Mtaiga, kutoka Pangani teremuka na ile barabara ya kwenda Mtaiga. Kutoka Mtaiga sasa unataka kwenda Thika Road. Look at those roads and how they are. No signage, no bumps, no traffic light. How many people have died there? Wewe unatoweza kutoka huko bila kujua kwamba there's a vehicle coming in from Nairobi, coming into Kiambu. Una cross, umeenda. Look at this road here. This pigeon road that has been put in Ngong Road. It was a sidekick of the Chinese. They gave it to a family of an influential person. Look at Ngong Road. Instead of making freeways, 4 lanes or 3 lanes this way, 3 lanes this way, wameenda tuchonga hiyo tu barabara. And I think it was NTV, the media who went there at night and saw for themselves. Atuanapanda maua. Unaona kule highway atunapanda vitu imeoza. That's why nataka hiyo vitu yote itolewe, ing'olewe, tulete our own civil engineering graduates from Nairobi University and Kenya military battalion on engineering, wale walijenga Uhuru Park na what have you, wakae pamoja watujengee zile roads ambazo zitakuwa na specification ya kutumiwa na Wakenya. Lakini mambo ya kusema kila kitu ni Mchinese ameingia mpaka amefanya police officers are looking like watchmen. Walikuja kwanza, Matiang'i akaanza, and in fact I'm sacking Matiang'i on that day, I'm replacing him with Kinoti. Alikuja akasema ati wakafanya commission. Sasa wakaja hapo with this idea that police officers are more corrupt, they should be given uniform ambaye haina mifuko. I went to Germany and I told the German government, if that happens, cut off aid. They threatened. Sasa wakapewa blue uniform ambaye anybody can buy. Na hiyo blue uniform was from China. The Chinese were, hiyo yote mimi nachoma tarehe 9 na to restore the image of the police. So when I'm talking like this, wale ambao hawajasoma sana, wale ambao hawajaona 20 years from today, or the damage the Chinese are doing in this country, because they are coming in without any kind of control, I'm very severe on immigration control. Look at the Chinese who come here, for example. Some of them are lunatics, waizi. Wanakuja hapa, hawajui Kizungu, hawajui Kiswahili, hao ndio wana supervise graduates from Nairobi University ambao wanachimba mtaro. Am I really mad when I speak these kind of things? And who are the beneficiaries of the Chinese? Those members of the executive. Wale akina wale tunajua ambao walienda China kuform hizo na wakakula hongo. China kwenyewe ukikula hongo unanyongwa. 2 mayors were killed a month ago. Ukienda Hong Kong, ulale tu uamuke usikie umeiba, una commit suicide. Ukienda Britain na Canada na Australia, unafungwa. Kenya unaenda parliament. So the Chinese can come and bring corruption here, but you cannot take corruption to their country. Matiang'i now has come up with some stupid proposals. Anasema Mandarin should be taught. Has he gone to China and told the Chinese that Swahili should be taught there? Is that not a way of intercolonization? Mchina afanye tujue lugha yetu ndio watoto wetu waende wapate scholarship za kwenda huko ku bring Chinese influence, alafu konchiwa ngenge. Na hapa tuna pregnant watoto wetu kila siku. Ukienda pale Thika Road, watoto wamejaa mtaro, wamekaa tu, tunakaa tu hivi kama bwengenge, hatuna babao because of DNA. You cannot say, or the young girls who are lured with little money, Kenyan girls, our daughters, lured with peanut monies by Chinese, and I'm told they rape them sometimes. Anampatia mimba, mtoto ni wa shule, mtoto wameona mchinese mzungu, wacha nijaribu, tamaa imeua fisi, chap, mtoto ndio huyo ndani, kamezaliwa hapo, tunakaa ngwe, alafu naambiwa Chinese is good. We have to control these bastards. I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay, that's a mouthful. We have an issue in Kenya. We need police reforms. Teachers have a situation with always their payment, doctors as well. And then also we have our manufacturing in Kenya. Even our industries are dead and everything. You as Wajackoya and Roots Party, how are you going to do that? Work on the police, work on the teachers, work on hospitals and doctors and nurses, and then also work on our industry, from farmers to everything, so that at least we are self-reliant. If you put aside the weed story.
You know, there is this mediocrity of saying that in the first 100 days, tunaenda kuleta machungwa, mapera, biskuti, brunganya. First 100 days are going to be 100 days of hell. Days of hell. All those people you have mentioned are stakeholders. Nobody consults them. We shall sit with them and ask them, what are your problems? How do we go about it? And write a policy from within. A policy accepted to them because they are participants. So that they are the ones who know where the problem is. I don't know because I'm not in the medical world. I don't know because I'm not in teaching world, though I'm a professor of law, adjunct professor, not a full professor, the way some people say. The people who are seized with the issues, and the people bring on the table, let them sit down and let them chat their way forward. Let them come up with a policy. And let's see whether it is workable. That's how I look at things. Okay. Unconventional way. Not kwenda kuvalisha wanaume kwa masuti ati wanaenda benchmarking Canada. Unakuta first class wanakunywa whisky, akifika huko ni kutafuta mrembo tu na kuona matiti ya mzungu. Saa zile akikuja hapa amecopy and paste, anasema hii ndio nimetoa huko. Analipa pesa ya umma. Instead of having our own people here, ask them how it is done the way they do in UK, town hall meetings, the way Americans do what they do. You cannot come here and tell me that nataka tujenge kiwanja hapa. Unajengea nyanyako. Wenye watakuja kwa hiyo kiwanja si ni wazungu na makampuni za multinational corporations. Look at the music industry, the young talents that we have. Guys who can take something and manufacture it, like in my campaign. It's the Kenyans who are doing it for me. Those wasanis, what is their value? What income do they bring in the country? How do you regulate them? How do you make them happy? Okay. Do we actually look at the talent, for example, and say, you have done well, uko na loan kwa university, we rub it off because marijuana is there to take care of that. How do we encourage this and export it as an industry? Okay. Why are the Zairians exporting their music to other countries, other parts of the world? Okay. Why is it that we are so much inflated with the Zairian music? And in Kenya, we can export nurses, we can export wasanii, hata pia waende China wachezee ma-Chinese pia tujue how to behave with us. Okay. So I'm going to be a dictator when it comes to some of these things. Hizo bilateral treaties ambayo Kenya imesign na kina Uhuru, akina Maina Wanjigi, sijui Njigi Jimmy, akina nini Kibaki, yote mitasiaga nje. The way Ramaphosa did in South Africa. The way that corruption has been discovered into the former President Zuma, who is in jail now. Yeah. Yeah, nitatoa zote niseme atuliandika hii at is binding Kenya for 50 years. Kama mama kushenzi kabisa. Who sat there? How was it written? What did you get out of it? Nitakuwa nikifanya hivyo kamba ikiwa hapo na court ikiwa pale. And my court is not going to be a legitimate court. As a president, I will have a tribunal to investigate crime chaired by a member of the military. Because they don't joke. Chaired by members of intelligence committee. Chaired by police officers, teachers, nurses involved, local people. Ndio anakaa hapo unaenda kuambia how you got this. Nilifanya hii, asijui hii nilinua, tuelezee. Okay, jitetee. They will also be retired judges. It will be a people's court, anchored in the constitution that you are going to have. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Where? Is your party, Roots Party, all inclusive? Yeah. Ama ni wewe ni wa Kenya tu, ni black people tu, nini? Do you have some Chinese, some Asians? Do you have some Wazungus in it? Do you have some, you know?
All Kenyans are in Roots Party. We are the only political party in the country with transparency. Okay. Kuna, on the executive, we have a Muindi Secretary General, okay. Mr. Adam Kadrenani, a young one. We also have Mr. Naran running for Mugumoini ward. Okay. We have Arjun running for Parklands. We have Daud Bilal, who is our assistant secretary. Okay. We have also Arabs in it, people of Arab descent. We have Omar Lali, who is the chairman of, so unajua wale jamaa wetu wa Coast. Wale jamaa beach, the Beach Boys committee. So that they also are recognized as an industry.
Okay. Tuko kwa flight path, There's a lot of flights.
No, kuna matajiri wanaishi hapa. My neighbors have choppers. Oh. Like Langat. DL Langat. Hiyo ni Langat. Kwake ni hapa, huwa na land. Oh. Yeah, na kuna wengine hapa. My neighbors here, most of them have choppers. They just...
Ni wewe tu una chopper hapa sasa.
Staki. Huko Amerika labda lakini sio hapa. Ya nini? So kuna nduthi.
Kuna nduthi. Since you are so much into the plants, nini, kutingiza miti and all that, why are plants green?
Why is weed green?
Yeah, why is it green?
God created them that.
Okay. So there's something called chlorophyll.
Ile kitu ya pamba zile unaweka hapo nafanya wakati ile tulikuwa young. Nakwambia nilikuwa nikitembea na suruali nimevaa pandeni suruali na huko wengine namna hiyo. Sasa ukiwa nini inachukua inafanya hivyo unadungwa hapo. Yeah. Ndio hiyo ama sio hiyo?
Chlorophyll is a green pigment that makes the plants green.
Mimi nilikuwa nasema ile kitu. Hiyo mimi najua hiyo Mungu alifanya hiyo lugha mimi sijui.
Yeah. You're kicking out the Chinese, you're shifting the capital to Isiolo. Friday is going to be a holiday, complete privatization, snake farming, regional development.
Regional government.
Regional government, that is. Why are we moving the capital to Isiolo?
Where is space here? Tanzania has moved its capital from Dar es Salaam to Dodoma. Okay. Nigeria moved to Abuja. Okay. Isiolo has space, both north, south, west, east. Okay. So we can expand from there and plan properly, plan a city. Okay. We don't have to, ukienda nyumba zingine hata hapa, ni apartments, lakini unaona watu wamewewa underwear, socks, nini, because of depression of land. So we are moving an administrative city to Isiolo, in our wish, and then we leave Nairobi to be the CBD, commercial center.
Sawa.
Finance city.
Ulifika Hawaii bila kujua ukapata kuna harusi. Na ukapata harusi ni yako. How is a wedding planned without you being part of it? Ni wewe uliolewa?
Yeah.
How did it happen?
Nilipigiwa tu simu hapa. Najua me, when my wife talks, I look down. Because she's my queen. Mani, nikasema acha kuniita Hano because she's American, what do I do? Sema, she has been, you know, she drags me to the church whenever I go there because she's a choir master in the church.
Okay.
She was born in the American Baptist Church. It's a church family. Me, I'm a Hare Krishna.
Okay.
So, whenever I go to the US, let me start from there. I try to go like on Monday, then I come back by Friday. Because if I go on Friday, Monday very early in the morning, I'm dragged. Yeah, na Biblia zimejaa huko. So this time I'm called, I said, so tukaenda Hawaii tukarudi. Kwingine in the morning, naambiwa let's go to the airport. Because she works in the air industry. Flies.
Yeah.
So we go to the airport. None of our children are coming in. My daughter is like, hey, daddy, because our kids live in UK.
Okay.
And we live in the US. So we have a home in the UK, a home in the US. My kids also did not know why they were coming. But she had already taken measures of their suits, what have you. So we go home, blah, blah. The following day, Ambia, honey, we are getting married. We are getting married today. Nilifika pale, ile kitu ilikuwa the worst thing I've ever seen since I was born, that you can now kiss the bride. Nilikataa. Mbele ya watu bwana, watoto wangu hapo.
Kwa nini?
Ati kufunua kichwa. Mimi bwana, ati, nasema pana, na watu hiyo wako hapo. Na mtoto, daddy go ahead. Sasa priest akasema,
kiss.
Kaambia in African tradition, we don't do this in front of people. Maybe under the blanket.
Wazime ta.
So nikamwambia I can maybe peck her here. If you look at our video, you'll see. That's what I did. I was dying, man. Nilikuwa hata huko sasa nimekuwa dead. Wazungu wamejaa chachu huku na huku. Na wameanza tu na ati sasa nifungue mdomo yangu. Bibi yangu afungue mdomo yake. Ai!
Munyonyane. Mulambane. Hebu nione picha ya familia, hata nionyeshe picha ya watoto. You know, I'm also a family man. And my kids are special. They even have their own YouTube page. By the way, if you haven't checked my kids' YouTube page, I don't know what you're doing. Their YouTube it's crazy. It's out of this world. You get to see me in my most vulnerable moments. It's a different sort of setup. They're called The Obinas with a Z. The YouTube page is The Obinas with a Z. Follow them there. Check out my kids. I'm all normally there. People love them. They have crazy views that we all didn't expect, but it's beautiful.
Vitu imekataa kukuja.
Picha zimepotea?
Niyo.
Okay. While you're also doing that one, remember, magari affordable. You want all the cars in the world. They'll import for you. They'll clear for you. They'll bring to your doorstep. Also, if you just want to consult, unatafuta gari, unajishindanga gari mtu anafanya. Waulize tuambie Obina send me nataka gari kama hii, pesa ni aje, nini. They'll tell you want trade in, you want to sell, you want to buy. Talk to Magari Affordable. They have access to over 100 showrooms. They have a wide array of motis. Cheza kama wewe.
Though I try to keep my family from the limelight.
Yeah.
This is me and my wife in Hawaii.
Okay.
That's the most expensive hotel in Hawaii. Diamond. That's where Obama stays.
Diamond Head Tower.
Yes. That's where Obama stays. That's where the Prime Minister of UK when she went to stay. And I also stayed there. Let me show you.
Huko na hii damu ya Wajaluo iko ndani yako.
This is the reason, the one I just bought 2 weeks ago when I went to the US.
The Escalade?
Yes.
That's an Escalade.
Yeah.
You bought this Escalade 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. When I was in the US.
Hapa mimi kuna nguo nilinunua juzi. Yeah, when I went to Gikomba, nika, you know.
Na hii ni mitumba ya huko.
Mitumba. So unapiga mtumba?
Mimi napiganga mitumba. Masuti ndio mimi hununua, lakini hizi zingine hizi.
Mtumba tu.
Unaenda huko bwana, ni safi na tamu. These are my children when I went for the birthday of my son.
Yeah. These are your daughters?
My daughters and a man. Lakini usiwe fisi.
Nice. Nisiwe fisi?
Matima fisi bwana.
Okay, sorry.
So let me show you if I can get.
Nasikia umbwa za jirani wako ndo zimeamua sasa.
Hiyo ni Israeli embassy, I think.
Is that Israeli embassy?
No, officials, embassy officials.
Okay.
Naambiwa kuna mbuzi 18 huko. Nini? madogi 18. These are my daughters again.
Okay.
Salima and Hajara. Salima is in pre-med school.
Wait. Oh, sorry.
Usijali.
Sorry.
Let me look at the last
Lakini
one.
si wako tu sawa.
Yenyewe mimi I don't control.
Wewe unataka comedian in law?
Ni sawa. See, my son is a comedian like me, so yeah, my son anaweza kufanya a lot of things at go.
Okay.
Yeah, let me
So he's a water engineer.
Yes.
Water engineer.
Here they are.
Nice. I don't know. Aren't you getting this? Unajaribu? Okay.
Can I spread to one more? Or?
No,
Kuna
ziko sawa.
Kuna zile tumepigwa tukiwa the mountains. Yeah, here's my son now. Yeah, this one is bigger.
Oh, that's the boy. Wewe si atawakunywa. Ni Denzel Washington maneno.
Yeah, my man. Yeah. They've never been here.
They've never been to Africa.
No, born and raised in UK. My son hasn't come. My daughter has been.
Okay.
So they are coming, I think, on next week.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think of this thing for having one Africa, unifying Africa, having one language?
That cannot work. This means Hare Krishna.
You and Hare Krishna.
Yeah. And the owner, Devki, the owner of Ruiru Steel Mills. And you see the line I'm sitting?
Yes.
That's my position in Hare Krishna. I'm a very high senior guru.
Okay. Okay. So you're saying one Africa cannot work? One language, one currency?
No. PLO speaks of that.
Even Malema is also, is vouching for that. Why can't it work?
The Roots Party has the formula.
Okay.
The Root Party movement. People may not know why I speak things, but one day they will come to know. You need to read me to understand me like Shakespeare.
Okay.
Right now we have started, and we have killed tribalism in this country.
Okay.
The people who follow me do not know which tribe one comes from. The same movement has now moved into Uganda.
Okay.
The same movement is in Tanzania and worldwide. People are talking of Professor Wajackoya.
Okay.
I came up with a theory that 50 years after that, it would have unified Africans. Malema's one is an extreme liberalist theory that brings in the agenda of discrimination against other people. When he talks of the white, the same way I'm talking of the Chinese. Yes, he's talking of the white because of what they have done in Africa. I'm talking of the Chinese because of what they are doing in Africa, futuristic part of Africa. But then the kind of people I have around me are rebels. People have rebelled from the system. People have seen things being done in the same way. Same leaders, same mediocrity, and same freeways and highway. I've come in and I've told them, not, let's be unconventional. Let's move away from the church philosophy.
Okay.
The church philosophy is what has killed Kenyans. Yes, the truth be told. Don't vote for me if you don't have to. Okay. Because what Christians are doing is good. Because they are being preached to go to heaven. But they are not being preached to emancipate themselves from economic poverty. So the indoctrination part of it have managed to control the young people. Because these pastors, when they are born in the morning, they want to know how much they are going to get from their congregation. And some of them are going in there with lies. God told me, I was here and hallelujah. Come, I've seen some, that kind of crap. You understand me without justification. Nothing wrong with that. So you want my children to go through that kind of philosophy every day? Then every day they have to go and they're told, bring money, put there, bring money, put there. But then, Jesus himself did something wonderful. Jesus did not want anybody to give him anything. He came to preach, and he told preachers that when you preach, when you go to a place and you see they don't want you, dust your feet and leave. But here, the ones of today, when they see that you are telling the truth, they curse you to death. What kind of religion is this? Where somebody ought to be praying for someone, somebody is cursing somebody because he's closing the knee. So that indoctrination, those sins that have been protected by the church, there have been a lot of sodomizing of young kids by priests. There have been a lot of pregnancies of priests to the nuns. There have been a lot of diseases going on. In fact, as a matter of fact, if we wanted open information, then we would look at the statistics through the Ministry of Health to find out how many priests are HIV positive and how did they become HIV positive. The statistics I have will shock you. They don't want to preach what they are supposed to preach as to the Bible without knowing that hemp was used by Moses in the wilderness. Go read back the Bible.
Okay.
Without knowing that even marijuana was a commodity that has effectively changed the lives of Israelis in terms of economic management and economic development.
Okay.
If you look at the book of Deuteronomy, if you look at Solomon, King Solomon's songs, Solomon used hemp as an example to seduce some of his mistresses. He would write a poem saying, I love you so much. Please, before I meet you, put on that perfume made out of calamus. Jesus himself accepted this. When a woman who was dethroned away from society, she wanted to see him. She was so beautiful. Hata kama ningekuwa hapo ningeangukia. But what happened is, she had to go and buy oil, very expensive oil, perfume made out of hemp, opium, calamus, and she put in her hair and she came and fell on the feet of Jesus.
Okay.
Did Jesus chase her away? Let's move away from colonial mentality, colonial myopic mentality. Let us modernize our thinking and let us move with the situation. Religion is dying in Europe. Churches are being closed and now they're being made into pubs.
Okay.
The old school goers of the church. Modernize your thinking, go with the framework.
Okay.
When you had people like Reverend Joya, Bishop Okulu, Bishop Dr. Alexander Muge, who fought for the liberation of this country, who refused to sin, that Catholic church from a ginger church in Matungu, who refused to take money from Sigoi. When Sigoi was going there, he closed the church and said, I don't want sin money. These churches have become conduits of corruption. That has to stop. Young people be emancipated from this kind of crime. That's why I'm willing to take a bullet. But what I've planted, it's very difficult to remove it.
Yeah. I have a couple of things I need to ask you. One, you ran for office internationally, ukanguka. We'll talk about that one. Also, people love you, the youths. They relate to you because of your weed agenda, and they're like, okay, the hyena parts kidogo, hapo nili. We'll talk about that one as well as we wrap up. However, you're running for the biggest office in Kenya. Do you think you're going to win? And if you don't win, what happens? Because if you look at the polls, some of them are a scam, I know. Some of them are coming up with numbers that creating who is beating who where, you're putting to others and everything. However, what happens if you don't win? What next for Wajackoya? Are you going to pack your bags, go back to the States, endelea na maisha yako? Am you going to run for another office? Are you going to do something else? What else?
My friend and comrade Imran Khan, former Prime Minister of Pakistan, ran for elections many times. He never packed his things to go back to England. Uhuru Kenyatta has run for election several times. I don't see him packing his things to go back to Gatundu. Raila Amolo Odinga has run for election and his victory has been stolen many times. He has never run away. So I've answered that question.
Okay.
Question number 2. These polls that you see, they are polls that are doctored, run by white men. The white men companies have come in with an agenda, and we know in our system, our intelligence system, department in our Roots Party, who those white folks are and who they dine with. So when they come out with fake polls, and they make some journalists whom I thought went to school. You know, there is going to school and getting a degree and coming out and showing how your degree works, and there's going to school and getting a degree and coming out wearing suits, becoming a classy journalist. Because I've come out, I have a degree from Cambridge, from Nairobi University, I have to come out being more white than who come in and now presume and break the constitution and bring in this issue of tiers. At ukipata 5% ukienda juu, utaran pandei. And they did not involve me or William Samoei Ruto or Raila Odinga or Mwaure as stakeholders in those agencies to ask us whether we were compatible, whether we wanted for us to participate and ask them, how are you collecting your intelligence, opinion polls? Who is your target population? When do you do it? How do you do it? They did not do that. That's a violation of the current constitution, which requires popular participation of stakeholders. And these same journalists now who are sitting on the presidential debate, they expect me to be foolish like them. They are very foolish to accept to go on a debate that sasa huyu Wajackoya amepata hii tumpeleke huko. Is that not corruption by journalism in this country? I've said hell no. In UK, all candidates are put together. Currently, last week, the Tory prime ministerial candidates were 3. They were all put together from the same party, of which the Kenyan-born, father-born Asian has won to be the prime minister of UK. In the US, all presidential candidates stay on the same platform so that unaweza kumuona lugha yake kama ni murongo, unamuona how he is coordinating with the other one. And we are reduced from 55 to 4, for God's sake. Why would this school of journalism in this country, the most stupid school of journalism, I'm talking of those who are in the presidential debate, they are very stupid. And they should know from me. Sorry, you can use those words or what have you. Because they did not consult me. Wanataka mimi Professor Wajackoya niende na Mwaure.
Yeah,
Mwaure is a very senior
on
lawyer.
The side, and then
Yes.
now Raila and
yes. And Mwaure is a very senior lawyer, whose wife is a judge, whose son is humiliating me and Mwaure. Let Mwaure go. I'm not going.
So if they don't put it together?
If they don't put us together, I'm not going. I either have to have Ruto there and Raila so that I can ask them why they have looted this country. I can ask them what they have done, the lies they are telling this country. I can ask them why their tribal members are being given jobs as opposed to other people. I can ask Raila why he has put his brother Oburu and imposed him on the people of Siaya. I can ask Raila why he's put his sister Ruth to run in Kisumu. I can ask Raila why his sister-in-law is been given a free nomination for Sako West. I can ask Raila why he has returned MPs, taking away the mandate of what have you. I can ask Ruto why he got his money from. I can ask Ruto why he brought in Kalenjins of no local standard in terms of economic development and put them on parastatal bodies and ruined the economy of this country. I can ask Ruto where he gets money to take to the church. I can ask him why he's very rude and temperamental. We need Kenyans to see all of us at the same table.
Way. That's one part. Do you think you're going to win?
I've already won with 65%. You look at this. Look at the people who come around me. If they have votes, do you think they'll vote for those people?
But they're saying that your people, yes, uko na ground ndio, lakini watu wako hawana kura.
How do they know?
There watu wanasema ni watu wa bangi.
How do those who are telling others know? So are they not from Ruto's camp? Those who are saying, are they not from Raila's camp? By the way, will you air this? So watakunyonga ama kupatie pesa? You know, these people are very corrupt.
This is Kula show. We are very open.
You're not going to audit some of the things.
No, I'm not editing anything. Promise because me. Everything that you have said is entirely yours.
Yeah, and I'll take responsibility.
You're taking responsibility. I'm just airing. It's a platform.
Yeah, because the commission of, what is that? CNA or CRA? The commission for...
CAK.
What is it called?
Communications Authority of Kenya.
Yeah, they always write to people when I talk to them. And nowadays I've told them to shut up. So if they write you...
No, these are digital platforms, so...
No, but in case they come, ask me, niko na dawa yao.
Oh.
I'll defend.
Oh, it's our... CAK, niko protected.
Yeah.
Unasemanga hivyo, then unapata tu nimeenda missing. Everything that's been said on Kula Show today is not my own.
Amen.
Yes. Aya. You ran for office in the nini... Ukaanguka. Why did that happen?
Nani alisema nilianguka?
Ulipita? Ulipata hiyo ofisi?
I went for the primaries in Tottenham.
Yes.
And then before I even went for the interview, there was a questionnaire. You know there you pass in stages.
Yeah.
I was a member of the Labour Party that time. Okay. Barney Grant, he died in Tottenham as a member of Parliament for the House of Commons.
Okay.
And I wanted to try my luck. There's a questionnaire you have to fill in. It reached a place which was blank. And I was asked, what's happening? You have named your children. You've named this. But where is your marriage certificate? You know, if you check, you put. Okay. I said, I've not married legally. Now that informs you what this happened. Okay. And that's why it stopped.
Oh.
Lakini si ati nilianguka. Oh. Mimi sio mtu wa kuanguka.
Okay.
That's why I'm winning this election.
Okay. Asubuhi na mapema.
Yeah. Nikiwa number 2, mimi ndio nitakuwa number 1. Nikiwa number 3, I'm the one going to make the president. So what is the big deal?
Guys are going on ground wanaenda kwa club.
Yeah. That's where my
Why?
people. Yeah, because some go to the church to get people. Me, I go to the club to get my people. It's my tradition.
Ni uko tu. Kutingiza tu miti.
Yeah.
What is apartheid?
Apartheid ni urongo ya wazungu kumaliza wa Afrika huko. Discrimination which we have here. The rich are Let me give you the modern version of apartheid.
Yeah.
Kenyan thieves, big politicians stealing from the young one. Economic discrimination.
Okay.
Huko kwa wazungu ilikuwa na mambo mengine.
Okay. Last but not least, you met your mother after 53 years.
Yeah.
Toka ile time uliambiwa mamako alitoka pale akienda hivi akaingia Busia, ukatafuta na kichwa yako kubwa. Au kumpata ukakuja Nairobi, everything happened nini. You finally met your mom. How did that happen?
I did not cry. I was like very angry. It's my wife who forced me to go and see my mother. Okay. Because all those years I was suffering, she never looked for me.
Okay.
At least if you're a mother, look for your children where they are. Wherever she went, she ought to have, because I wanted my mother.
Okay.
It's my wife who made me to forgive my mother. I had
so
not
you've forgiven her, now everything is okay, you're taking care of her?
And my mother now, my wife whom we'll meet, she's here, she's at home now. She said, you know what? I said, it's fine. So it has come out of me.
Okay.
Build a big, beautiful house in Busia town.
Okay.
Then my father also, I reunited with him before his death. And that's why I want to tell this Tanzanian musician, Diamond, to borrow a leaf from me.
Okay.
That if you reconcile with your parents, when they are still alive, you'll get the blessings. My father gave me a piece of land recently, and he pointed out where he wanted my mother's house to be built.
Okay.
I went and built a small house. But while I was building, he died, so I had to hurry it up. I contracted COVID that time, so they had to stop everything. Then after that, now I was told to build a kasimba, nyumba ya nyazi. So I decided constructing a small mabati house. Before now I build mine, because I got this land recently. Yeah. And I'm some sucker from Daily Nation goes to my home without my consent, some stupid journalist, takes the picture and says, mansion of Wajackoya in Matungu. It has backfired. The mansion is me, not where I live. So, and that gave me blessings, because the people I'm fighting for don't even have a nyumba ya nyasi. So journalists also be careful with the words you pick. Okay. Yeah, that was wrong.
The last question for today, if so happens, you are in a jet with Leaky. Coming from where mukakutana wapi, what happened? Now, I hear that it was a very interesting situation. Ulitoka na mkono moto.
Unaona mimi napanguza ndio niwe prepared. Naingia JFK. Nakaa kwa launch. Ninaona mzee Dr. Leaky. I can recognize.
The Leaky wa Leaky Auditorium.
Richard Leaky. The man who helped me in 1974. Okay. And tears came out of me because of his condition. Okay. So we jump in the plane, anapelekwa kwanza. Mimi naingia, it was first class. Nakaa kiti next to him, akasema kai. Then he calls on the flight attendant. Mwambia, this is my son. I'm the one who educated him. So my son is going to do the work you are supposed to do for me. Okay. Because it's inhuman for you to do my work. Mimi sikujua ni gani. Alafu akaniuliza, my son, will you repay me back? I said, with money I can't, but anything on the plane here, I don't know. Whichever I can, I will. Kasema sawa, nikakaa. Mzee akalala. Mimi nilikuwa nasoma vitu zangu, because I am like a squirrel. Naweza kufunga macho namna hii kama Raila. You know, Raila never sleeps. Raila can sit with you, naona naenda ndio anakuona vizuri. Watu wanafikiria tu mzee kulala. Ana zoom in. Huyu mzee, mimi namjua bwana, because I've lived near him and I know he's not a fool. Okay. Sasa ile amekaa hivi. Mnaweza kuongea mambo yale, hata kuangalia hivi. Na unajua cheki, akicheka shauri uko na bahati. So mzee, kijana yangu Toto kuja. Mzee akafunua ile kitu bwana. Akasema chukua hii, peleka kwa choo. Kitu gani? Mkojo. Unajua hii alikuwa anakojolea kwa chupa ile ya plastic. That nini? Okay. Unajua nilikuwa nimesema ndio. My friend sikuwa na gloves. Kichwa ilikuwa inaanza kuwasha moto. Unajua kichwa wangu ni kubwa sana. Sasa kuna kona nyingine ikiwaka sana naweza kwenda wazimu. So I took it, my hands froze because urine is hot maze. Nikachukua hiyo kitu. Nikaenda nikaimwaga. Ingine ikachanuka. Nikakuja hapo yeye mwenyewe akafunga. Kaenda nikajipangusa hivi, nikaja nikakaa hivi. I thought that I was going to die in heaven. I thought that it was like that day when I was told to kiss my wife in the church in front of hundreds of people. Yeah. Then I said, what does it pay? Nurses do this kind of job. Now I know how nurses should be paid. Okay. Because this is risky. You can get a disease or what have you. Okay. Yeah. Nibeba mkojo bwana kutoka New York kufika hapa. Raha zangu zote zilikuwa. But I was so happy that at least I had paid back in a particular way. Kindness. Then after 3-4 days, he passed on. Oh wow. So it's like you paid homage. Yes.
Getting a hold of you is very difficult. I've been trying to call you for a while. I've been trying to talk to a couple of people for a while to find you. And imekuwa ngumu mpaka I knew this interview was not going to happen. We even got a fake Wajackoya tukampeleka Friday Night Live Kiss TV. Kidogo tumlete kula show.
Ni ule jamaa.
Ule jamaa anafanana na wewe ule.
Tumlete.
Si ndio huyo jamaa ako mahali huko. We Wajackoya fake. Kuja watano ule ni watano when the fifth.
Hey man, I love that.
Kuja.
I saw this guy in New York bwana. Nilikuwa naona tu kila kitu kasema ngai.
Na
kuna mwingine Uganda.
Wa Uganda simjui.
Wa Uganda yuko. Huyo naye zake ni fake. Amepaka.
So why is getting a hold of you that difficult?
I had interested people, and it's not only you complaining.
Yeah.
A lot of media houses are complaining that they can't get to me. But from today, that will change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting to you now is gonna be easy.
No, I'm an easy guy.
Yeah.
That's why I like dealing directly.
Yeah.
Sometimes unaweka watu, unajua inakuwa hivyo.
So you put nani?
Yeah. Jemo does his work, but maybe people don't reach to him.
Okay.
Because anytime people reach to him, he's supposed to reach to me automatically in writing.
Okay.
So I don't know. I will ask him.
Okay, sawa. Huyu ndio Wajackoya.
Hey,
kuja Wajackoya, kuja hapa. Can we get a seat? Tumili bring that seat hapa katikati tafadhali. Hapa katikati.
Yes. Hey. Yes. Hey. Mamen.
Yes sir.
Ebu. Inakaaje?
Iko sawa. Wacha kae chini kama ukae hapa.
Ambua. Enda lete ile gari kubwa ile Lexus 570. Weka hapo niongee kama Mjaluo. Wapi Ambua, lete gari hapo.
Yeah. Sasa si let him sit here kidogo.
Hey. Yes. Amera, is this one in natural?
Thank you.
Wow.
I'll hold this like this one because we didn't have a provision for a body double. Yes. So when we met last week, ulisema unataka sana kukuta the fifth, ndio huyo yuko hapa.
Yes, nimefurahi sana kukutana na the fifth. Nimefurahi sana, sijawahi furahi jinsi venye nimefurahi leo. Hata sijui nianze kusema nini. Ndio. Nimefurahi zaidi.
Wow. Hata Mr. Walk pia wako hapa kula. Umeikula chicken lollipop?
Sijakula.
Ndio hii chukua.
Sijawahi kula.
Chukua kuku. Wewe ni vegetarian pia?
Mimi pia ni vegetarian. Ndio.
But unakula kuku?
Hapana. Mimi nitakula tu vegetables only.
Okay.
Yes.
The fifth yuko hapa unamwambia.
Yuko kijiko hapa.
Yes.
Endelea.
The fifth tunamwambia kwamba ground iko sawa. Ground iko sawa kabisa, manake from my own experience venye nimetembea watu wamekuwa wakiniita the fifth.
Okay.
Yeah, kila mahali youths wa mama watu wa aina gani wanakuja wengi sana wakifikiria mimi ni the real the fifth. Kwa hivyo ako kwa ground, watu wanamjua sana na watu wanampenda sana kabisa, na niko very ready kufanya campaign palipopote. Akisema tunafanya campaign na yeye kila mahali, ama akinituma nifanye campaign mahali kwingine ili tukave ground na yeye, itakuwa safi sana, itakuwa mambo nywe.
Uliza kama he believes in those stupid opinion polls.
Okay, so opinion polls zinaonyesha that so it's a shift between the DP and Raila. Sometimes Raila is leading, sometimes the DP is leading, lakini Wajackoya yuko anywhere kwa map.
Yeah, those are manipulated opinion. The real opinion is opinion ya wananchi. Na mimi kama ninavotembea, kama watu wananipenda hivyo, inamaanisha kwamba Profesa Wajackoya ako kwa ground kweli. Mbona mimi sijakutana na wao wa opinion waniulize? Mbona wana manipulate kwa some offices hizo ma opinion poll, alafu wanakuja wanasema sijui Ruto ana lead, sijui Raila ana lead na wapi? Ana lead na wapi? Na sisi ndio tuko kwa ground.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a situation that I'd forgotten to ask you. There's a standoff about Nyayo Stadium. So the DP's team had booked it, apparently or allegedly, and they paid I think a tune of 1.5 to go do their final rally there, I think on 6th of August. Then baadaye wakaambia all the peace concerts that are happening now, you cannot do it. Then apparently or allegedly again, Junet said they are the ones who will be using Nyayo Stadium on that day. So the DP's team is like, but we paid first. But the other guys are like, no, but now you know this is... And then they were told also Kasarani is also booked for peace concerts. What do you think about it? Now, final rally.
I think that's very wrong. As much as Ruto is my opponent, give him a break. He's also a human being. You cannot mistreat somebody just because he knows that he's your opponent. I speak well on my opponents. DP Ruto is a human being. He's a presidential candidate. He is a father. He is a brother. And when you want now to make his life difficult, then that means I'm going to lose the election because people will now run away to vote for him. The same people would have voted for me, they will vote for Ruto for purposes of sympathy. So hiyo ushenzi hiyo wawache. Na ikiwa ODM wameanza kufanya vitu na serikali, ndio unaona mimi sasa nasema hivi because sometimes DP anasema hey huyu ni Azimio, Azimio anasema hey huyu ni nini. Mimi nasema truth and I have to have the ground even. If they are doing that Ruto, and then the opinion polls now are doing that to me. And then now they're coming up to manipulate to say that Babu Owino should stand in for Raila in the debate. Junet Mohammed, hiyo kamutu hiyo. Ambaye he's full of himself and doesn't know how the constitution says. Saizi there are only 4 presidential candidates. Junet ajua kwamba if it is not Raila, it is Ruto. If it is not Ruto, it's Wajackoya. If it is not Wajackoya, ni Mwaure. Atunaenda kuleta Babu Owino ku debate with who and as who. So hii mambo ya kusumbua Ruto pia wawache. And I will speak it plainly from my heart. Ikiwa anasema ati Ruto amenyimwa huko na amenyimwa huko na mimi pia basi nitampatia Mumias aende. Mimi nikiwa huko. Because that is wrong. That is very wrong. And Uhuru Kenyatta as my president, just stay away from Raila, stay away from Ruto, stay away from Wajackoya. But if the government wants to manipulate, then I will my heart pumps very fast. They should leave everybody to do it. Wacha Wakenya waamue. Mimi najua saizi I'm the one who is leading. Lakini sasa kama tata wanataka kutua kura zangu kupelekea Ruto with sympathy vote, if Kenyans wanaona. Ni kama jana nimearrive Garissa. I know goes on. Kina Duale walikuwa nafikiria siwezi kufika. Arrive. Sasa nao kutolewa huko itakuwa ngumu. Mahali nimeingia na wachanga moto. Unajua nikiingia mahali moto inawaka. Ile moto yangu ile. Ukiingia so that is wrong. If it's true that the DP was the first to do it, fine. But if they want to manipulate it as concert kitu gani? We are going into a crisis. We are going into a crisis. Thank you.
So unga apparently inashuka, fuel IMF, they are going to remove the subsidy that they've been putting there in about a month or 2 months time. So fuel itarudi tena huko juu. What do you have to say about that one on that side?
They are doing that for politics.
Okay.
Wametoa wapi pesa ya kufanya hivyo kama wajaboro na they saying that they are borrowing 2 billion every day. They are trying to play gymnastics and I think that's the deep state machination.
Okay.
To sway people from here to there. Wasukishe unga,
okay.
Waongeze unga, sisi tunashinda na tukishinda tunatengeneza serikali.
Yeah.
Alafu tunaendelea.
Haya. What do you do for a living?
Motorbike rider.
When you are boda? Mimi
ni wa boda.
Unaishi wapi?
Naishi Kibra.
Wajackoya is here. What do you need anything from him?
Yes, of course. Kwa sababu anaenda kukuwa president na mimi naomba nitoe kwa industry ya bodaboda aniweke level yenye naweza kujisimamia mwenyewe vizuri na nifanye kazi kwa bidii na jasho yangu nikule jasho yangu, na kitu yenye naomba kama anaweza, kama ako na uwezo, mimi akinipatia pickup moja tu itakuwa sawa.
Okay. Tumbili, where is Tumbili? Come this side. Tumbili is the one introduced me to you. Ulipata huu mtu wapi?
Nilipigiwa simu na jamaa fulani ati kuna Wajackoya fulani Mbwakni ama Kasuku. Mwenye anadai kuniona. So I was like of all the maybe content creators So nikawaambia tu wakama. That time we were shooting at Kiss TV, our new show FNL. So I told them to wait for me pale KNT. But again, walikuwa na push sana. They thought I didn't want to see them. So I told them niko Kiss, mkitaka mfike, wait for me at the reception. Kidogo you came and told me ana wait kwa reception ya Kiss, which is kinda prohibited kidogo, but walimpea heshima because he's the 5th pia. So mi ndo nikampea jina ya watano. So you are the 5th, huyu ni watano.
Wow,
Yeah, he told me his story kidogo, tukamua kuroll.
Okay.
Yeah. And me I thought that nini inaitwaje? Die. Amepiga die. By the way, is almost your age. Yeah. Ako pia na wakidi.
61.
Yeah, ako
I'm also 61, I'm going into
nini.
62, yeah.
Yeah. You know, he pulled up in Anduthi, amebeba dem fulani hapo. I thought ni mboga yake, kumbe ni mtoi wake. Ni mtoto 23 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, the daughter and many other kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sawa, thanks Tumbili.
So
good
in case
job.
of anything yenye sijasema, for now on a bank account, you can use mine.
Wow. That will be done. That will be done.
There's a gift you had given him earlier. Iko wapi bwana ile nini ulikuwa umepatiwa? The 5th alikupatia saa moja stima kama yake. We just give him while we are seated for the camera level. There you go. So this is a gift.
In fact, hata karatasi ijatolewa.
Karatasi by the way is not even we have to. Wow. Okay. Hii tena nao Kibera kweli si atafanywa ile kitu?
Hapana, si ati ni this is a symbol of my heart. The price thing doesn't matter.
Okay.
And I never give. I'm a watch collector, but I never give. But because of his dedication, I'll give him, and the little money I've given him, go and open a bank account.
Hapo sawa.
Yeah. Should be this way.
Wow.
This way.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President to be the 5th mwenyewe.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Wow. Hata katika maisha yangu sijawahi funga saa. Hii ni mara yangu ya kwanza kufunga saa.
And this is made out of hemp.
Yes.
Hemp ile kutoka kwa marijuana.
Yes.
Ile gari yangu ukiona kuna vitu mingi sana hapo made up of hemp. Kwa hivyo sio ile ya kuvuta.
Hapana.
Ya kufanya vitu kama hizi.
Okay. So marijuana kumbe iko na kazi mingi sana mpaka inatengeneza mpaka saa.
Yeah.
Wow. That is wow.
Sasa wewe tunakuacha enda ukae na ni Alex 57 tunakuja na Wajackoya at least. Enjoy.
Mfungulie huyu back mahali mimi ukaa.
Back left.
Yeah,
I enjoy kidogo.
That's my security.
Sawa. So as we are wrapping up, we want to say thank you so much for hosting us here at your office.
Yes.
Tumekutafuta sana, finally we've met you. Thank you for the hospitality, kutukaribisha as well. We wish you well.
Thank you.
Tunaomba kesho, because this is airing on Monday.
Yes.
So kesho, which is Tuesday, tunaomba tukone kwa debate.
I'm not coming.
They have not changed the thing?
No, if they change, they should advise me in advance because naenda mashinani.
Oh.
If they change, if not, then good luck you guys.
Then you're not coming?
No.
Wacha ikae. Tukutane kwa tepe.
Yes.
Any last words that you're going to be telling your people?
The thing that I can say is to you guys, wasanii.
Yeah.
May God bless you. The cooks and the owners of this kind of mindset to change African, the youth to another generational level.
Okay.
I think with this little thing that you have done, to others it's very little, but to me it's very great. We shall look at this as an industry, independent industry, and empower this industry to move on.
Okay.
Kenyans can vote. Those who want to vote, vote. Those who feel that I'm a destructive person, just stay with your vote and vote for those who can liberate you from what have you.
Okay.
But for the church, I love you. I'm a man of God also. But please let us harmonize our relationship. Come together and look for the format. It's not a one-way traffic. Everybody prays spiritually to God. There's nobody who has got dominant powers in spiritual knowledge. You cannot come up here and say that you are nearer God than the other. Okay. So we need to come up and liberate ourselves.
Okay. Uko na nyumba Jamaica?
Nika nyumba tu.
Uko na nyumba Jamaica, uko na nyumba US, uko na nyumba UK, uko na manyumba Kenya. How did you achieve all this from the street? Unataka kusema all this because of law?
I've worked as a lawyer for many years. I've been a consultant of governments.
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer of very high repute. Watu wanafikia mimi nakula makamasi. Kitu kidogo tu hata kitu ambaye is not even water glass, huyu amepewa. Ni vizuri. Huyu amepewa. Really?
Okay.
Especially the Nation TV, they should come and investigate somebody. Those stupid boys who just go and wake up. Nation and professionalism and journalism should have some ethical professionalism. You don't just write to please somebody.
Okay.
Ni kama that gay MP. Anafungua tu mdomo ameandika. Why can't you verify?
Asante.
It's the Wajackoya effect.
Kidogo unasikia 1 million Wajackoya, 2 million.
Hey, he must be the most genius I've ever seen in my life.
Kwenye comment hapo na nataka comment Wajackoya the 5th. Kwenye comment section just give me Wajackoya